the observation here is that this film feels like a departure from Rushmore, The Royal Tenenbaums, and The Life Aquatic, and reconnects with Bottle Rocket, was his first feature, but also feels like something new. Could Wes comment on that?
Well, you know, I think the way we approached this movie was quite different from, for instance, the way we approached The Life Aquatic. Life Aquatic, we had, you know, we shot for 100 days. We were dealing with problems that are, you know, with some kind of insurmountable problems involving the sea. And in the case of this movie, we wanted to work very quickly and sort of all stay together during the movie. We didn't want to spend a lot of money, and that was sort of the spirit we wanted to have. And also, my thought was that I would like us to go to India and see what we could discover, because it's a place where, as a foreigner, you can look in any direction and you see something that surprises you, or that makes you laugh, or that catches you completely off guard, or puzzles you. And you know, our approach was let's take everything we can and put it in our movie. So there wasn't, whereas a movie like The Life Aquatic, we were building everything, and most of the movie was coming from our imagination. Me and Noah Baumbach, and then all the other collaborators on the movie. In the case of this movie, we had a story that we'd invented that's from our experience and our imagination, but the world that it's set in is one that was, you know, that is waiting there.
You know, I wanted to just ask the actors about the experience of shooting on a moving train. I can imagine that must have been a pretty singular experience.
Well, I don't think we. Of course, you know, shooting in a location that is authentic will only help the actors feel more connected with the moment and the material. Had we shot this soundstage in Burbank, it would be a very different movie. So the fact that we were on a moving train in India, we get up every morning, make the train, and I think the close proximity and all of it, all those elements made the situation very real. And I think, I don't know, it just made it very easy to connect to where we were and how we felt, and so it made the process authentic to me. And I've had my experience working on very real scenarios and doing a lot of green screen work, and it's incredibly challenging to connect when things are not there at your disposal. So we were all there, the train was there, scenery was constantly changing.
What was the first movie I've ever worked on where if you're late to set, it might not be there?
Yeah.
Finally do get there. So that was an initial challenge and a very real fact that was always there every morning. But also, just really quickly, I mean, everything Adrian just said, I completely echo. And I will just say another thing is that because we were a real train going throughout the Indian desert every day, you know, you do have to yield to certain things, like other trains that are coming by with passengers, or animals that maybe are crossing the tracks, or just there are all kinds of obstacles and unpredictable things that can come up during the day, and the train is, you know, at any moment the train can just slow down and stop. And you're aware of that when you're acting, I think. And that's always like a, you know, I remember we would do a scene and then we would have done Adrian's, and then we go Adrian's shot, and then we go do Owen's, and as he's in the middle of a take that finally feels like, you know, finally feels like it did. No, but is going well, the train just starts to slow down and then it just can stop, and it just, those types of obstacles were always possible, and so that kind of was a wonderful fire to have going on set, and I feel like it energized it, that possibility that we can always stop. And you know, as an actor, you're acting, and all of a sudden you're saying a line, and the train goes like that, and then you grab onto something. So you're always reacting. It's wonderful to be in an environment that's constantly changing. Amr.
Well, for my character, it was very helpful because regardless of whether you had a scene scheduled that day, all the actors were on the train every day. So it, was small, and you became very claustrophobic. And I think it really helped me get that feeling of claustrophobia, monotony. It's the same trip every day, and that was really, I felt that palpably, and that was very helpful.
All of my scenes were shot in Burbank.
Yeah.
They didn't have enough money to fly me to India, so.
Because you're in Lytton already.
I'm in Lytton already, no, I mean, the best part was that we were on actual train tracks with oncoming trains, on Indian railways. And so there was this, the movie feels like an adventure, but there was actually an adventure going on.
Two questions, one for Wes, which is, had you ever considered doing a train movie in another part of the world, Ohio?
And how you would envision it.
Yeah, how we would envision it. Somewhere else in Asia, the Middle East. And for, I guess, Adrian and Jason, did they have a process that they had worked out in advance or connected with the movie about how to interact as brothers?
Well, to my part of the question, I did think about working in other places at certain times, because I feel like it's the kind of story that could certainly be, the first part of it is in a little compartment, it's just the size of a closet, and you could put it on a train anywhere. But I had a particular fascination with India, and I wanted to do a movie in India, and I was sort of felt like I want to find a story to tell in India. And as it happens, I feel like this, the kind of experience that Owen's character, Francis, wants to create for the brothers, this spiritual journey that he thinks they ought to go on, that he's got planned with his laminated itineraries, is probably tailor-made for India in the first place. So that's sort of how that went.
I didn't have a particular, I don't know if we had a specific process. I mean, the normal process when you are working with people is to get to know them and find what qualities you have in common. And we had a few-week period before shooting of loose rehearsals and getting familiar with our surroundings. I think that was really fantastic, and they're wonderful guys, so it wasn't difficult. It wasn't difficult to connect to Owen or Jason, there's a lot of badminton games. We felt some rivalry there. We all went out and bought bicycles.
I never felt right.
You were a better player. But it was very casual. It felt like I was at summer camp, basically, with all these guys, and we had Indian food every night.
No, I think just for me, everything Adrian just said, and I said earlier about just being together in this exotic place, and the script really was there. That all the text and the writing, I think that's that's the blueprint. And then to build the house from the blueprint, well, that's really just getting to know each other and spending time together and trusting each other. That's how you take the blueprint and the tools and you make it. So I think that's how we go. Just time together.
I just wanted to say, personally speaking, and on behalf of the Film Society, how proud I am that this film is opening the New York Film Festival. I want to thank you all for coming. Thank you very much.